Alright, guys. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace be upon you all. Welcome back to my first live video, everybody. So I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to talk more about the Child Development Associate process, CDA. The first thing is that I got this book called the third edition of the CDA Prep Guide. This is by Deborah Pierce, and she is the same woman who made my binder. So this book, it seriously helps you because the CDA process can feel a little overshit, but Alhamdulillah, again with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I finished it. So, and also Deborah Pierce is the same woman who created my CDA professional portfolio binder. So, let me show you guys that. So, I'm not going to show you the bottom because that has my credential name on it, that has my year that the CDA expires. So I'm just going to show you the front. This is my CDA professional portfolio binder, center based. You see it has my name, Sonia A1. I got this from a website. Her website is called Easy CDA. Just Google it. She will come up. Everybody in my class got one. I collected the money, so I ordered it for everybody because everybody liked the way mine looked. So everybody wanted it for themselves. This is the front of the binder. This is the back. It's clear. Now when you go and you sign up for the CDA process, your binder has to be done before you can pick your specialist, because the day of your observation, the day that you pick the date for your CDA observation, which is the final part before you can take the exam, your specialist is going to come in, the person that you select is going to come into your setting, observe you working with the children as the lead teacher. So if you're a volunteer, like I was, you have to ask permission from your director that you can lead the class for about an hour, because the observation took an hour. Observation was really 2 hours, but the first hour, your specialist comes in and she observes you. The second hour is she or he goes over your portfolio. So the first part of your CDA binder is the summary. Now Deborah Pearson sets this up for you. So all you have to do is make sure everything is typed up. It's best to type everything up, because it looks more professional. The whole thing about the CDA is that it looks professional. So the first part is the summary of my education, CDA education. You see she puts in these tabs. I can't show you the next page because it has my credential number on it. Okay. So the next part is you get these sheets. You get them from the Child Development Associate book. So whatever setting you get, you find these sheets in the book. Or you can also, if you lose them, you can also print them out online. So this tells you how many hours of training I received. This is my name and the date in which I received the training. This is a letter from my school that I mentioned that you need to get. And this is my director. I went through Bergen Community College. This is a copy of my credential. This is what your credential looks like once you get it. This is a copy of my hours. They need proof saying that you have the hours done. The next part, option B, is the family questionnaires. Now, for the family questionnaires, given how many students you have in your classroom, you have to collect half of the questionnaires. So for me, I distributed 19 questionnaires and I had 11 collected. So you need more than half of your family questionnaires back. The family questionnaires are a huge part of your CDA. It's a requirement. So these are the next part of the binder. It's part C. Part C is the competency statement, resource collection files. Basically what I did here is, I got this online, you don't have to do this, but I just did it because I wanted everything to be organized. So I got these off the council's website, and these are the competency standards that you get from the council. And I just printed these out and I put them in my binder. Behind that you don't have to do this, but I just did it because I wanted to. Is the competency standard number 1, goal number 1, and you list your goal and how you are going to implement this goal into your classroom. You need to be CPR and first aid certified, so I have my CPR certification. This is my back of my CPR. This is my first aid. You can do online training for your first aid. You just need to have proof. So I got this proof from this company that I went to called CPR, and they give you proof. You can print out the letter. The next part is going to be your RCs, which are the bread and butter of your CDA. Because the RCs are going to make sure that you know what you're talking about. You're competent in and there's different activities you have to do. So the first one was a preschool lunch menu that you have to do. I made my own. And then you have to write your opinion about the menu. The next part of it were the lesson plans. Can you see that RC 1-3, which are the lesson plans? I did 2 of them. You only have to do 1, I did 2. The next part is the competency standards, and these are different ones. And each one is a different standard that you have to do, which are found in your green book. Mine was green because mine was the preschool edition. But depending on which setting you go to, your competency standard book will be a different color. Next part, part D, is the competency standards 2. This was fun. This was fun for me. I enjoyed this part. You had to, again, it shows you the competency standard and the goal, how we're going to use this goal. I try to use this goal as for children every day, even though now I'm only babysitting, but this was fun for me. This part made me become so creative because your specialist is going to check your binder. So if your activities that you do, your RC 2-1s and whatever, there's none of them. If they're not creative, if you don't think and use your head, you're not going to get your CDA. You will if you do a basic activity, but I went a little extra. So course, the first one was science and senses, science and sensory. Next one is language and literacy. And sight, oh, creative. These are all in your Child Development Associate Green book. Mine was green, but these are on your Competency Standards book. And there's different activities: math, learning experiences, Competency Standard 3. This one was pretty easy. This one was basically you had to create a bibliography of 10, is it 10? Yes, 10 children's books, and they have to be in a specific format. And I just added the name of the book and the title and a short summary about the book. I did that for all 10 of them. Family Resource Guide is the next one. CIV, Family Resource. For these, what you have to do is you have to read them. Now, when you buy the binder with the Easy CDA, she'll put in these labels for you. So all you have to do is, based on the city and state that you're living in, you can find these information online. So RCVI 1 through 3, you can find that information online. RCVI 4, you need 3 or more websites, 3 or more articles that involve children and different topics. So I have 3. RC5, Statement 5. It's all about you and reflecting. So, state standards, child abuse. RCV is a sample observation form. This is something that I use in my class. It could be blank. Mine was blank. She said it was fine. I have 2 of them. I have a sample observation form that I wrote up. With these sample observation forms, you don't need to include the child's name. You can just say, describe them. This is a circle time notes and accident report that I would use. CIB, professional philosophy statement. They basically, which is the final part, they basically, minus 2 pages. They basically want to see that your philosophy for working with children, and they have different topics to talk about. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video.